What is up, Heffas and friends? Welcome to another episode of Java and Journeys with Jillian. If you're new here to this channel, how are you doing? It's your girl Jillian. And y'all, we are here back at it again. Memorial Day weekend here at the US at the time of this recording, celebrating the 1-year anniversary of Epic Universe's grand opening as official on May 22nd. So y'all, we're gonna treat this Epic Universe visit a little bit differently. I have actually had the pleasure of having a few of my friends come through over the past few months. So I have been making my rounds, yes ma'am, over to Epic Universe. I did not record any of that because my focus was on being in the moment, being with my friends, having a good time. And I can't tell you what an incredible feeling it is to walk into Epic Universe and not feel like I have to rush to go ride anything, to go see anything, because Heffas, I have been there and done that and can tell you anything and everything about the rides. I have ridden all the rides except for, there's 2 left, Heffas, and this is by choice, okay? I have not gone on Stardust Racers because of my motion sickness, and I don't know that I'll ever do it. Maybe one of these days my co-producer can convince me. But on this day, he is not. And I have not done the fire drill, which is the water ride over in the How to Train Your Dragon world, only because I don't like feeling wet walking around the park. Although, y'all, it is probably gonna get upwards into the 80s, maybe even 90s today. Right now, it's actually feeling quite nice. There's a little breeze coming through. But as I was saying, I am not here to prioritize the rides, baby. This is Java and Journeys. We are here and we are all about getting our big back behavior on. So y'all, I am actually going to prioritize the food on this visit. Now, I'm still gonna get my ride on. I'll show you all some footage of some of the experiences, but I really wanna get into trying some of the restaurants because I have tried a few, but there's so much good food here at Epic Universe. And I will say, I will give Universal their props, y'all. Epic Universe probably has some of the best food at any theme park. Like, I will die on that hill. There are so many good restaurants here. And y'all, we're about to approach one of the best security guards in the game in the theme park streets. He always is here to get the people hyped. And so we're going to walk by him. You see, look up ahead. And y'all, I think his name is Daniel. That's what my co-producer was telling me. And he is always here. Woo!
Welcome to Epic!
Woo! Y'all, he is just here to get the vibes going, get the people excited, and I am here for it. He is literally here every visit that we've had, and how appropriate it is to celebrate the first year of Epic Universe being open, then by passing by our favorite security guard, Daniel, and, you know, just getting the vibe started. Y'all, we're gonna go through security real quick, and I'll check back in with you. And checking out the entrance, y'all, it's actually been relatively calm, not too bad. For this to be the Friday of Memorial Day holiday here in the US. And I'm hoping that the crowds won't be too crazy, because with it being a Friday and a lot of people taking the full weekend off here, I am going to send good vibes. I'm going to channel our friendly security guard in hopes that we truly have an epic day. We're gonna go ahead, pass through the portal here, the main entrance. And y'all, I am so excited to get my day started here. So as I was saying, we are all about the food on this visit, baby. So we're gonna try some snacks. We're gonna try some of the quick service stands. We're gonna try some of the restaurants here today, and we're just going to get like little bits of everything and try as much as our little stomachs can handle. And then as well as enjoy some of the rides and the thrills and experiences. But baby, you know it's Java and Journeys here with Jillian. So before we even get into all that, we need to go get our Java on. So buckle it up, Buttercup, and let's get on this journey here at Epic Universe. And while we are on our way to Starbucks, baby, can we do a fit check? Typically, my sister's not here with me today, but you all know, those of y'all who've been watching my theme park videos, that my sister stays coordinated, honey. And I am embodying and channeling some Super Mario realness up in here. We have our ghost ears.
And at 10 o'clock, the Dark Universe portal.
Y'all, I have my Yoshi, my blue Yoshi shirt. I have my Yoshi backpack. I'll have to have my co-producer show that. So y'all, I'm feeling good. You see the earrings? Y'all, we're decked out to the nines, honey. And we'll go ahead and go into Starbucks. Thank you, co-producer. Oh my gosh, y'all, they have the Miffy collection. Ah, my sister was telling me about this, y'all. Oh my gosh, and I thought this was gonna be completely sold out, but y'all, they have it all here. What a treat. And then like, y'all, this is, look at how calm Starbucks is. The last time I was here with one of my good friends, this place was crazy, like teeming with people. Not only is it not busy in the Starbucks right now, but we are greeted by the Miffy collection. Okay, let's take a quick look at this because we have some time. Y'all, we're here a little early. So it is right now 9 o'clock. The park doesn't officially open until 10. So what we're gonna do is like take a look around and go ahead and get lined up. But y'all, I may be getting one of these because I love me some Miffy, okay? Drop down in the comments if you love Miffy. But y'all, here's some of the merch they have here at Starbucks. I love this. Bring coffee, yes ma'am. And this is kind of like a tin, but here's the top of it. And that's nice, you have that little flip top. And y'all, did not expect to be looking at any Starbucks merch, but here we are, okay? The universe has made it happen, more specifically Epic Universe. But let's get into this Miffy collection. Y'all, look how adorable this is. I'm going to just hope that they will have this toward the end of the night because y'all, this is heavy. And I don't want to walk around all day with this, but I'm trying to see if there's a price. I'm not seeing it, but look how adorable this is. So cute. Y'all, I may have to get this. I can't. This is like spring, summer vibes with Miffy. And y'all, look at the tumbler. It's so adorable. And let's see this one. Y'all, I don't see a price. So typically the Starbucks tumblers are gonna run you about $24.99. Now, because this is branded with Miffy, I don't know if it's gonna be more than that. We'll see. But y'all, this is cute. I love the tumbler. Super adorbs. Miffy with with the little green Starbucks apron. So cute. And y'all check out the tin tumbler here. That's Miffy. This is what it looks like all around. And again, I'm not really seeing prices. They're like, listen, baby, if you have to ask how much it is, you shouldn't be getting it. Okay, touche. But super cute. And then y'all, the Miffy plushie. Y'all, this is where Starbucks gets me. Because the coffee is mediocre. Listen, no shade. It's like all tea, no shade to Starbucks. The coffee is all right at Starbucks. Sometimes they have some good flavor combinations, sometimes they don't. But like the merch is where Starbucks gets me, y'all. And then of course we still have like our Starbucks tumblers here. So y'all, I'm gonna try before the end of the night to make my way back over here. I'm probably gonna get the Miffy mug. Maybe I'll get the plushie to add to my little coffee bar in my bedroom or like my loft area of my house. I'm making it sound more grand than what it is, y'all. I am grateful. I have a nice little humble home. It ain't no mansions. When I'm talking about loft, I'm talking about like a simple, I have a little area. I made like, if I can remember, like show a little preview what my little coffee station looks like upstairs. But I'm like, this Miffy would be perfect for it. So this is something I'm gonna keep in mind. But y'all, I've already said we need to get our Java on. So we're gonna go ahead and get in line and order a coffee. And friends, in the spirit of showing you what Universal merch they have here at Starbucks, they have the Discovery Series, and you can actually find this at at Universal as well. So you do not have to come to Epic Universe. This is not specifically branded by Epic Universe. And I do not have one of these, but this is on my list. I'm like, I'll probably get one of these when I move out of Florida, if that ever happens, because it's something that I've seen. I don't think they're going to get rid of it anytime soon. But here are the tumblers, y'all. And my co-producer was just pointing this out on the 10 tumbler. It's so cool. They have all of the classic Universal rides, even some of them that don't exist, like Rip Ride Rocket over here. But yeah, so it's a nice little commemorative thing. And of course, you have like the standard Universal Orlando tumblers. And y'all, again, there's not the price. I'm pretty sure this is like $24.99. And then y'all, this is actually new. I have not seen this one. And again, it's just Universal Orlando, so you could probably get this at any of like Universal Studios or Islands of Adventure. And I actually have a tumbler, of course, Starbucks, that is this color, so I won't be picking this up, y'all. I am like, my heart is with Miffy at the moment. Yeah, y'all, that should give you an idea of what the tumblers and everything look like. And y'all, the line is picked up a little bit, so it is starting to get busier. But I actually think instead of starting off with a coffee, y'all, I think I'm going to embody the Yoshi Japanese Mario vibes and get started with the matcha. That's just like what my spirit is calling for right now. So I think I'm going to get an iced matcha and then do that coffee pick-me-up here probably in the next few hours, because standing in these lines, y'all, we're going to need that pick-me-up for sure. I figured I'd go ahead and show you all the rest of the fit. My co-producer is going to help me out here. All right, y'all. So we have the Yoshi shirt, the backpack going right here. And of course, we have our brother DK. Thank you. So I figured I'd show you all. I'm like, my sister would be proud. Y'all, the only thing that I am missing right now is I need some sort of like Universal or Super Nintendo Crocs. That would be awesome. But, you know, it is what it is, y'all. I'm just happy to be here. And I feel like every time I've come to Epic Universe, my past few visits here, I've been nothing but Super Nintendo World themed, even though I also have Harry Potter merch. So I need to, the next time I come to Epic, just get into my Harry Potter bag and wear my Harry Potter merch, because Lord knows I have more than enough of it. Yeah, we're just gonna continue to wait on our matcha lattes and go ahead and try to line on up. Heffas, we have our matcha latte, and you all know how we like to do things here at Java and Journeys. Cheers. Thank you for joining me on this adventure here at Epic Universe. And what an adventure it's going to be. See how gorgeous this is, y'all. So beautiful. All right. Yeah, y'all, matcha latte, we're keeping it cute and simple over here. So, the game plan. Beyond the food, as I talked about, we're of course going to enjoy some of the rides and experiences. I'm just not going to prioritize trying to do everything. So our strategy for today is to start at Super Nintendo World. We're actually going to try to rope drop Minecart Madness. As I said before, the park opens at 10 and it's a little after 9 at this point. So we're gonna head over and position ourselves to go into Super Nintendo World and head straight over to Minecart Madness. If the wait ends up being crazy right now, it's posting at 90 minutes. If it ends up being like 2 hours plus, we're probably gonna try to do single rider, which could be hit or miss for Minecart Madness because the loading is actually quite small. The capacity is not as large as some of the other rides. So TBD there, but we're gonna do that. And then I believe we're gonna be spending a lot of our time actually Super Nintendo World, which is appropriate how we're themed out today. Because y'all, one of the things I want to do that I've never really had the opportunity to spend a lot of time is playing some of the mini games. Now, I do have a lot of stickers. I played a lot of the games, but to just really spend some time in Super Nintendo World, racking up my stickers, racking up my points, repping DK Country here today. I am looking forward to actually getting a lot of the games knocked out. So you'll see here the signs. We have early park admission in general. We're heading over to the general side of the house. So yeah, I am looking forward to just getting in some of the mini games that they have. And of course, if you're someone that actually cares about that kind of thing, you also get a sticker for riding, I think, Minecart Madness like 5 times. I feel like at this point, is this my 5th time or 4th time getting on it? I don't know, we're getting close. But with a lot of the rides, you get stickers for the more times you ride them. Like, I think they have like, you've ridden it once, of course, but then it's like 3 times or 5 times, things like that. So, you know, bit by bit, Heffas, bit by bit, we're gonna knock it out. But yeah, we see the top of Super Nintendo Land ahead. And again, y'all, I am shook because typically I'm not this close at the start of the day. Typically I am all the way back. And if you all have not seen some of my other visits here at Epic Universe, definitely check that out, because I actually think my last recording was from about a year ago. I have a couple of my visits recorded about the experiences, so check those out. But we're gonna go ahead, stand in this line and wait for them to open up the portal to let us in. All right, friends, they are letting us all in. The important thing, if you are rope dropping or any of that, is not to run and to be cool. So instead of passing through the tunnel, or the portal, I should say more appropriately, we're doing Minecart Madness, baby. So we are actually going to cut through the exit, which the team members at Universal are allowing us to do so. So yeah, I'll show you a bit of the views as we're walking through. And this is the first time, y'all, that I've actually started my experience at Super Mario World not going through the portal and going through the exit. So y'all, let's go ahead and make that beeline over to Minecart Madness. I hope you enjoy the views along the way. Friends, we are starting out in the single rider line first. So if you notice here, single rider line, at least as of the time of this recording, is all the way over to the right. You'll see the signs, of course, and I think this is the right call for us to do this because the wait, as I said before, was around 75 minutes before everything opened to the general public. The middle line that you see here, this is the express line, and then of course on the further left side is the standard standby queue. Now, something to note when you're coming over to Minecart Madness is that the single rider line sometimes is not the best line to stand in because, as I said before, the loading capacity is quite small. However, when the line is this short for single rider, this is where you want to be, especially if you decided to rope drop Minecart Madness as your first ride of the day. The AC is like flowing through here, which is quite nice, but I am just thankful that the team members allowed us to go through the exit instead of having to go through the portal, come up, come down, because, you know, it just, every second, every minute counts when you're trying to get on these rides. So y'all, we're gonna go ahead and just stand in the queue. I cannot record while I'm on the ride, but I'll at least show you the loading zone as we get closer to the front. Friends, we are toward the top of the queue. There's a visual of the minecart. And you see what I mean by low loading capacity? Hopefully you all can see that. Waiting for the next lineup of carts to come through. But we've been waiting so far, probably for about 15 minutes, y'all. Like, we got really lucky this morning because sometimes single rider can be so hit or miss. But like I said, if you want to rope drop this, it may be a really good bet because right now, as we were standing in line, the wait is up to 120 minutes just for the standard queue.
Always follow team member instructions.
So we're going to enjoy this ride, Heffas, and I'll check in with you after we escape the Minecart Madness. So much fun. I love Minecart Madness, but let me tell you something, Heffas. Is it worth a 2 to 3 hour wait? I don't believe anything's worth a wait that long, okay? And I'm ashamed to admit that the longest I have waited for this is 3 hours. I was here with one of my friends and y'all, we were hitting all the rides. We were getting it. This was by far the longest wait that particular day that we came and visited Epic, but everything else was smooth. And y'all, I'll take it. You know what I mean? If that's the only thing that I have to wait a long time for, in terms of the grand scheme of the day, it's like, y'all, we're not gonna complain, it's all gravy, but this is the shortest wait that I've ever had on Minecart Madness. So single rider worked out. We are now going to, as we're heading out, we are going to head over to Yoshi's Adventure because the last we checked, it's only like a 5-minute wait. 15 now? Okay, so it's up to 15, no biggie, because we're trying to get our stamps, y'all. And I'll just show you the app and I'll pop in so you can see what I'm talking about to give you a good visual representation. But we're gonna come back and do a lot of the mini games because, as I said before, I am prioritizing the mini games today and food, okay? Food and games, all right, here at Epic Universe. So as we're making our way out, something I was looking at was maybe the DK Crush Float, but y'all, it's just, I'm like, when it's hot like this is just me. I don't know how you all out there that are the lovers of like the ice cream and all things sweet when you go to theme parks, because for me, it makes me nauseous when it's super hot like this. That's not to say I'm not gonna get my dessert on, but I have to be strategic. So I was just telling my co-producer, because y'all, sometimes I just show up, I don't plan things. I'm like, it would be kind of cool to get something to eat at each universe, so to speak. So, y'all, I'm trying to think of what I want to get here because, as I said earlier, the food here at Epic Universe is truly epic. It's delicious. However, I'm gonna keep it real. The food in Super Nintendo World is actually probably the lowest ranking, I would say, of the food located everywhere else. Toadstool Cafe, we've tried some of the items before in the past. I wasn't that impressed. But I'm like, damn it, I'm committed to finding something good. Something good here at Super Nintendo World. So we may give Toadstool Cafe a try and just get something else. TBD, but my hope, y'all, the aim is that we can get something in each of the different universes just to show you a little bit of variety, especially for those of y'all that are planning a visit anytime soon here at Epic. All right, my friends, so we're making our way around. We are going to go ahead and head over to Yoshi's Adventure so we can go ahead and get another ride noted as we try to get the stamp. for this one. Y'all, literally, if I ride this ride 5 times, I get the stamp. This is the last stamp I have to do for the Yoshi's Island section. And again, I'll show you all what that looks like over here. I'll pop it over. I have one more to get here, and then I'll have all the Yoshi stamps collected. But y'all, this is just so adorable.
Always follow team member instructions.
So cute. All right, we'll go ahead and try to get something there. Friends, we are at the top of the queue, and we are going to get ready to board our Yoshi. And of course, my co-producer was asking me what color Yoshi. Come on now, y'all. We have to get the blue Yoshi. All right, that's what we're gonna hope for, blue or pink, but preferably blue. All right. When one of my other friends was visiting, we were able to ride the blue Yoshi, and so I wanted that purple Yoshi shirt. And one of the gift shops at Epic that I was in just had blue and green, and I want to say yellow. And he was like, "You should get the blue because it's representative of the Yoshi we rode, and it's symbolic of our friendship." And I'm like, "Right, friend. You know what? You're right." But I am still going to try to get that purple Yoshi shirt while I'm here today. Is that ride not adorable, y'all? So cute. And now that we have that out the way, we are going to go ahead, make our way back into DK country and play some of the mini games, because I told you all, like, I'm trying to get my sticker on. So I'll pop over here on the side with where we're at. We're gonna try to see if we can earn some stickers. There's a couple of puzzle pieces I need to get. There's a couple of mini games I need to play in DK World. And then when we leave this area, we're going to go get our food on, y'all, because today is also about the good eats, right? So don't worry, keep staying tuned. There will be some good food in our future. I don't know if it's gonna be from Super Nintendo Land, TBD, but we're gonna go get our eat on here at the Universe. This is like an epic failure. So I have all the puzzle pieces now. However, the slot machine is down for the day. The screen is completely covered. So we can't do any of the stickers involving the slot machine. That's like 4 stickers. And the Ramby's Bongo drum beating activity, that is actually a lot more difficult than what I thought, in the sense that you need to have, I think, at least 3 people playing it, and everyone needs to be in sync. And the problem is when you have, you know, little munchkins, also the kids are just having a good time. They're not trying to sync, because you're supposed to sync basically the beat of the drum with the lights that you see flashing. And y'all, I can't. Like, I'm playing with children, I'm playing with the little ones, and they are like not, and it is what it is. So we're gonna try to come back and play that later. Hopefully we can get another adult that's also interested. JD, my co-producer, and I, and hopefully this other person can hopefully get the rhythm right, and we can actually get that sticker. So, all good. We're now going to try to play a couple of mini games out here, and then grab something to eat.
Go right there, please, ma'am. Fly out!
Woo! Heffas, I'm hoping to get some footage of me playing the games, but it's so hard to try to do that while trying to pay attention to the crowds around me. So somewhat okay in terms of the stamp collection. I feel like it's slow going, but we are now pivoting out of Super Nintendo land or universe, and we're now going to get our food on, because I'm hungry. We've been here now for a couple of hours, and I'm like, it's time to eat. That's the whole point of us being here. A, to get more stamps in Super Nintendo universe, but also to try more delicious bites while we're here at Epic Universe. So we are going to head over to Oak and Star Bar, which is the barbecue restaurant here at Epic Universe. I have only been once, but I did not actually get like a full meal or anything. I literally went in to order their infamous mango bread to take home to my co-producer during one of my prior visits here at Epic Universe. So we're actually gonna sit down, peep out the menu, see what we wanna get, and place our order. So I'll see you at Oak and Star. All right, friends, we have the Oak and Star Tavern, and now I don't know if this is because of the 1-year anniversary, they had the mascot for Epic Universe, Captain Cacao, meet and greet. That's gonna be over across the way. Now, he has not come out yet, but there is a line that's starting to form, so we are going to try to get our little meet and greet with Captain Cacao, because why not? But until then, Heffas, let's go get our grub on here at Oak and Star Tavern. And we just came in on one side, like both sides of the restaurant has a lot of open seating. So we're just gonna pick a table. Friends, we are seated. The live music is going on over here. Very nice. Now, one of the things that you absolutely need to do when you come to Epic Universe is make sure you download the app, because for the restaurants, you have to order through the app. So that is a must. So please take note of that. When you go in, you pick the restaurant and you're able to pull up the menu. Y'all, what we're gonna do is the one meat, one side platter, because we're gonna try a bunch of different things while we're here, because we're gonna keep it a little cute. And so as a part of that, we're going to do the St. Louis ribs. I'm looking forward to that. And then we're also going to do the burnt ends baked beans. That's also going to come with that infamous mango bread. So I am looking forward to trying all of that. We placed our order, and now we just sit back, enjoy the tunes, and wait for our food to come on out. Our food has just come out, and it looks pretty good. All right, friends, here are our St. Louis style ribs. Now, hopefully she is not dry, okay? Because the ones that on the top looking a little dry, but the ones at the bottom are looking like they have some extra moisturization, so we'll see. And then here are burnt-in baked beans, the mango bread, of course, a little side of pickles, and then we have our mac and cheese here. Now, what's also cool is that Oak and Star has this array of sauces, so we're gonna get into each of these and just see how good they are with our ribs. So we have the sauce Heffa fam, if you can see that. So this one is the harissa. This one is the tropical gold. This one is the huli huli, and this last one is the sweet. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm just gonna try the rib alone, right? Let's just see what she's giving. Oh, that's good. Well, it's solid. A little dry, but not like so dry to where this is like not edible. It's totally fine. All right, so we're going to try the harissa, which should be a little spicy. The harissa is nice. It has a nice kick, y'all. Okay. Let's go to the tropical.
Doesn't look like it. All right. Let's back it up a little bit. A couple, maybe a decade or so. Maybe a little more than that at this point.
Okay.
I'm old.
The tropical is like a mustard sauce. That's not bad, y'all. All right, now I'm gonna try the huli huli. Let's see what that one's gonna. Ooh, y'all, that one's savory. The huli huli is a nice savory sauce. I think that one may be my favorite one so far. Now let's try the sweet. Heffas, how do you like your barbecue sauce? I typically like my barbecue sauce more on the savory side than sweet side. Yeah, the sweet reminds me of a nice like Memphis barbecue sauce. Is it Memphis or Kansas City? Is it Memphis or Kansas City that typically has the sweeter? Heffa fam, those of you all that are like the barbecue experts, tell me, because I'm like, which one is it? Is it actually Memphis or Kansas City has a sweeter sauce? But no, the sauces are solid. Those are all good. Like I could eat any of those, but my favorite is the huli huli because it's a little bit more savory. Now, we've tried the ribs. The ribs are good. A little dry, but y'all, still great flavor. Let's get into, all right, I want to try a little piece of brisket in that. Go check that out. I just love some good barbecue. Nice, savory. I wish it was a little bit more smoky. Well, it's good. It's solid. Not the best barbecue baked beans, but I'm not expecting to have the best of anything at a theme park. It's good. And then, y'all, I want to get into this macaroni and cheese. Okay, so no cheese pool. That's all right. That's all right. All right, Heffas. Check this out. Let's see how good it is. That is solid mac and cheese. Creamy. Delicious. It doesn't taste like it's from a blue box. No shade. No shade to our blue box loving Heffas. No shade at all. Yeah, this is all good.
Well, let's see.
I
have an idea. Let's
in terms of like recommendation, and actually let's rate out of Heffas. So for the whole thing so far, and I've had the mango bread before. The mango bread is solid, y'all.
But just the ones that we can play
I would say out of 5 Heffas, I would give it a solid 3.
There's a lot of popular
It's good.
songs you can play over just
I think for barbecue, you can get at a theme park, certainly yes. Like, this is delicious. I would gladly come back here. Now, I haven't tried the other meats. They have chicken, they have a brisket. They also have a vegetarian option. They have jackfruit. So, a little something for everyone, Heffas. I'm going to continue to enjoy our food here, and then we'll get on to the next leg of our journey. Now, y'all, I had to like check back in. Yo, look at how juicy. The bottom ribs were definitely a lot more juicy than the ones at the top. Look at her glistening, y'all. Look at her glistening. Like I can't. Look at that, y'all. Just listen. If you are a barbecue lover and you happen to find yourself here, baby, go ahead and come over to Open Star. You won't be disappointed. You will not be disappointed at all. I can already feel you all cussing me out. Like, Heffa, how are you not going to show us the mango bread? Like, we can't just take your word for it. Touche, touche. Okay, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into this mango bread. I'm going to go ahead and, y'all, and it's so soft and like pillowy and bouncy. Like, look at the inside of that. So let's go ahead and give this a try. All right, Heffas. Here we go.
Hello and goodbye. I think it's time for us to get out of here. Thank you so much for that request.
It's almost time for us to get out of here, y'all.
We've had so much fun with y'all. We'll be back at
That mango bread
2 o'clock.
is good. My biggest criticism is I just wish I had chunks of fresh mango in it. That would elevate it and take it up a whole nother notch. But it is a solid, sweet treat and a great way to end your barbecue feast. Now that we are wrapped up, let me give you a tour of Oak and Star just so you can get an idea. So this is the area we were seated. You have the stage over in the corner. You have the bar in case you want to get an alcoholic drink. But like I said, plenty of room. You have tables out here. This is the entrance where we came in earlier. This beautiful chandelier, y'all. Look at how gorgeous everything just is in here. Very open, very airy. You have this beautiful fireplace. So honestly, getting one of these tables surrounded by the fireplace is not a bad idea because it's just such a nice view. It's very peaceful. It's a little bit quieter over here. And then again, if you just want to order a little drink, there's a counter to do so right there. And then if you come into this space, again, this is like a calmer, serene atmosphere. I think there's booths over on the side. Sorry, excuse me. And then you have another fireplace here over in the corner. And then y'all, you have a lot of seating outside. So there's just a lot of areas that can accommodate you. And especially if you're here with a large party, plenty of space here. And in terms of the cost of the meal, now the platter comes with one side, at least the platter we ordered. I want to say it's going to run you, I want to say this was around like $22. We added the additional macaroni and cheese, so that costs more. So with our pass holder discount as well, I think we paid around $26.99, somewhere around there, y'all. So just to give you an idea of the price, which barbecue is always going to cost you a little bit more, but again, this was pretty solid. I would rate it a 3 overall. The mango bread, nice way to end the meal. I just wish it had like more chunks of mango, and you get also a nice vanilla taste. It's very fluffy, so I just want to add that. But everything overall, y'all, solid. It's solid for what it is. Like, who would think that you can get some good barbecue at a theme park? So we're gonna go ahead and head out. We're gonna see if Captain Cacao is out. I don't know if he is. If he is, we'll go ahead and stand in line to grab a picture. But if he isn't, then the plan is, I think we're gonna do a quick ride on the carousel and then move over and go to the Isle of Burke, AKA How to Train Your Dragon Universe. And I think, y'all, we're gonna do Fire Drill, which was the water ride that I told you all I have not done. So it doesn't look like he's out. If he did come out, he was probably out for a little bit and then went back in. So we need to actually see what time he's coming back out, because I would love to get a picture, an inaugural 1-year anniversary picture with Captain Cacao if it's at all possible. He is like a funny looking bear creature, and the whole premise behind Captain Cacao is that he is in search of the sweetest treats as he is making his way with his ship through Celestial Universe. So it's really adorable. The meet and greet is actually right over here in this area. Don't know when he's coming back out again, but hopefully we can snap a pic with him at some point. So we're gonna go ahead and move over to the carousel. Friends, here is the Constellation Carousel. So gorgeous at night. So hopefully I'll be able to show you all a little bit of footage of what it looks like. Hi. We'll go ahead and get in line. And pro tip with this is typically during the day, y'all, the lines are minimal because a lot of people like riding the carousel in the evening. So if it's one of those rides that you want to go ahead and get knocked out of the way, go ahead and do it. But I highly advise riding it at night because it's gorgeous. It's a lot of fun. like I said, hopefully I'll be able to get some footage later in the evening, but for now, just for something to do and kind of let the food settle. That's the other thing too. Can we talk about the fact that the portion sizes are large? Like my co-producer and I split the rib platter, y'all. That was one order, not 2 portions, one order. They do have a platter where you can get 2 meats, but we just decided because we want to try a lot of different things here today to just get that one. Y'all, I would straight up have the itis if I ate all that food on my own. So just word to the wise, something else as a tip to think about when you're coming out here to Epic Universe, it is hot. They do not have a lot of shaded areas like outdoors. Really the best place to kind of cool off and chill are inside the restaurants. So that's just another tip for you, that if you're gonna eat something very heavy, be prepared to either like sit and chill for a little bit, just get yourself hydrated, take that rest break. Also, or find a ride or attraction that's going to have an indoor queue, kind of like the Carousel, right? Because this is not intense, this is not gonna tear up our stomach. They also have these water stations, and in case you didn't know, so we have our Epic Universe cups. Y'all, let me show you. I have mine attached to my backpack, but we've had these for like a while. Like we got these when our first visit a year ago. You can keep these, and if you're someone who's local especially, you can keep your cups and get them activated on your visits, whether that's at Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, or at Epic Universe. And y'all, it's a good value because you purchase the cup. Do you recall how much the cups are, JD? Yeah, y'all, I think the cups are like 20 to 22, but if you come back and just need activated, it's about $13. And to have something you can drink at the freestyle machines all day, you could do, 100 different combinations and flavors. They have, of course, your typical sugary sodas. They also have non-sugary options. So like for me, I've been drinking the 0 sugar peace teas. I love peace tea, but I also don't want all the sugar. So they have a 0 sugar version of that. They also have sparkling water that you can do. So that's another option, just something to consider. Also, if you're trying to do this on a budget and you're trying to be very disciplined about how much you're spending, you could just bring a refillable water bottle and you can actually refill. You can get ice and you can refill your water. It's filtered water at any of the freestyle machines. So that's just something to keep in mind. For us, we just, bring our cup. We're having like a long park day like this at Epic, or if we were to go to Universal Studios or Islands of Adventure, this is just such a great value. So we do this, but like, honey, trust, like if you're like, I just want water. You could totally do that, and it's not the nasty Florida water. Let's be real. It is the filtered water, and you can get the ice out of the freestyle machines. All right, y'all. Less than 15 minutes. I think we're about to go on this next turn. So we just need to go ahead and find our animal. Oh, no, just kidding. Actually, y'all, I think it's, I don't know.
She wants to ride an animal. She doesn't want to ride.
Okay, no, I think they're about to let us in. I think we may be able to get in this cycle, y'all. Maybe it's the next one, but get an idea of what the animals look like. All like the celestial themed, right? All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and find, let's see if we can find our creature. They have like these 2-seaters that you can see right here, but I am gonna go for one of our celestial animals over here on the edge. All right, y'all, I'm gonna do the rabbit. Let's go ahead and get on.
Thank you, and enjoy your journey.
Y'all, here's the co-producer over here. Wave co-producer, hi. All right, y'all. I am on the trusty rabbit here. We're buckled in and we're ready to get this ride started. My friends, we are now waiting to see the captain, and hopefully he'll be coming out soon. one of the team members said that typically once a little line starts forming, that's when they'll bring him out. So we have a little line, you know, over here. So hopefully he'll be out soon. All right, friends, so hopefully he should be coming out soon, as they have actually made the queue. And I will tell you, this is a pro tip. If you do want to see Captain Cacao, should he make future appearances. So as of the day of this recording, they don't have times posted. This is just one of those things that you just kind of have to queue up and wait for the top of the hour for him to come out. And one of the team members were saying that he's been coming out pretty regularly every hour once they start seeing the queue form up. And just as a tip, the queue for this is fairly short, so they actually started it. We were like out over here, and then basically they opened this line up and they brought everyone around. And so now we're at the top. And I'm showing you all that they actually cut the queue off pretty quickly. So you may have to wait a little bit. Like, we waited for about 30 minutes. Right now it's about, let's see y'all, for me it's close to 2 o'clock, 10 minutes till. So it's likely that he is going to be coming out right at the top of the hour. So just a little pro tip, that if you want to see Captain Cacao, because they do keep the queue line so short because it is so hot, y'all, so they're trying to make sure that the team members that are in those costumes are staying healthy and hydrated and not passing out. So just make sure to go ahead, queue up, stand in the line, because the meet and greets are brief and short, and once they cut off that queue line, you just have to wait for the next hour, the next queue to form up. So just a little bit of a pro tip, but he should be coming out here shortly within the next 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
All right, y'all, here he comes. So cute. Everyone has like their cameras out and whatnot. This is fun.
Shut up.
So adorable, right? Y'all, we love all the cute things. We need goodness and cuteness in our world right now. So I will go ahead, I'll post a picture of what that looks like for Captain Cacao, but hopefully, seeing that we're at pretty much the top of the queue, we won't be waiting too much longer.
You guys, the card, like, oh yeah.
Y'all, we're going to wave goodbye to Captain Cacao while he's in another photo. It was so cute. And they did this whole thing where it was like straight in position, posing with the captain. And I wish I'd done a salute, like I saluted the captain, but that wasn't pictured. And I should have gotten a picture saluting, but it's okay, y'all. It's adorable. I'm happy. My day is made. I would have liked a couple extra hugs, but that just made my whole day. I love taking the character photos, even though I am like the most awkward person, y'all. Like, I think I've talked about this in some of my other, I think maybe Disney videos. I am the most awkward. I am the awkward black girl. Like, I don't know what to say. I'm not quippy with my responses. Sometimes I surprise myself. I remember at one of the, I want to say it was the Not So Scary Halloween party, and they have the like ghost out at the Haunted Mansion, and they had this actress that was pretending to be one of the ghosts, you know, standing out. She's interacting with the crowd as we're all standing in line to get inside the Haunted Mansion. And she was like, you know, you can't trust these men. And there was a reason why she said that. And I was like, yeah, girl, they do you wrong, or, you know, something like that. And she was like, that's like, it's rare. Sometimes I will surprise myself. And I'm like, okay, I am capable of having fun, lighthearted interactions. But otherwise, y'all, I am just so awkward. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to act. I don't know how to pose. But that was cute and that was fun nonetheless. Y'all, it is hot. It is hot, hot, hot. I cannot stress enough. Y'all are gonna get sick of hearing me saying this. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Do you see this, y'all? There is very little shade here at Epic Universe. This is one of those like operational shortcomings of the park. So just make sure that in between rides, like if you're starting to feel a little woozy or anything like that, have a seat, somewhere shaded, preferably in one of the restaurants. And it's not like you have to order a bunch of things to sit in the restaurants, especially the quick service ones. You don't even have to order. You can just go in, sit. If you want to order something through the app and the QR code. But y'all, that's like my biggest advice. Because it's so hot, we're gonna keep on and go do the fire drill. So I'm actually trying out a new ride because it is hot enough for me to feel comfortable and confident that I will not be walking around wet for too long. And then, y'all, we really have not eaten a lot. So we had the Oak and Star. Trust me, there are gonna be a lot more treats. So what I'm thinking when we're done with fire drill is we're probably going to get that coffee pick-me-up, because what is Java and Journeys without a little bit of Java? And continue to get some bites, y'all, around the park before heading to the next ride. This has been such a nice, relaxing, calming time. It's just very refreshing that we're not in a situation, because typically, you know, when we have people visiting, and even our first couple of visits here at Epic, we wanted to do everything. We were trying to cram in all the rides, all the experiences. It is so nice to just be like, we're hanging out, we're having a good time, and we're just here to relax, okay? It's Memorial Holiday weekend. Things are stressful enough, life is stressful enough that we're not trying to bring all that energy into our visit at Epic Universe here today. So I'll catch you all at the fire drill. My friends, we have dragons. Welcome to the Isle of Burke. All right, my friends, fire drill. If you find yourself here, when you come through the portal, you're going to hang right, keep on straight. And I have to say, out of all the universe portals here, and just the general theming, things to do, food, everything, Isle of Burke, How to Train Your Dragon, from my POV, is the best one. They have a great show here. The food here is awesome. Like, I think this one feels the most complete, is what I'll say, versus some of the other ones that have a little bit more growth to do. But Isle of Burke is just perfect the way it is. And y'all, here's the fire drill. Let me give you a little view. And you have targets you can aim and shoot at. And then you can also, at some points on the ride, you can shoot at the people that are in the ship across from you. So I'm looking forward to getting on this one. Let's go ahead and get in the queue.
Somebody's falling asleep. Are you wearing anything flammable? Yes. Okay, stay right where you're at. Okay. Oh my goodness. And then you...
Y'all, I don't know if you could tell because of the shadow, your girl is wet. Now, I'm not drenched, but you will get wet on this ride. So just word to the wise, especially if you come here in the quote unquote winter in Florida when it's cooler, you probably don't want to get on that. But y'all, I never thought I'd feel so happy to be wet. My pants are wet, my shirt is wet.
Can't quite break that ancestral spirit, huh?
We have some Vikings out and about. Y'all, I love it. That was a lot of fun. Now, the gun on my ride vehicle did not work very well. Like the aiming, or I should say the pressure of the water to actually hit the targets, the pressure was so low. My co-producer's gun was really well, but if you are concerned about getting your actual, like if you're wearing a backpack like me, or you have a purse or anything like that, they do have a compartment on the ride vehicle that you could put your things in. The compartment closes, you don't have to worry about getting any of your stuff wet, so that was really nice. And y'all, check out the view again. So beautiful. I just love the Isle of Burke. It's so awesome. But when it's hot, that's the ride you want to be on, because as soon as we got out of the loading area, I was immediately getting like water shot all over me. And it was hard for me to see at some moments. So I would also recommend your sunglasses, your ears. If you want to keep your hat on, my co-producer, he made a good point. He was like, I'm keeping my hat on because I want my hat to actually get wet. But anything basically you don't want to get wet, just take it off. So I took off my ears, I took off my sunglasses, put all that in my backpack. But y'all, we are headed to our next food stop. We're going to go to Blue Dragon, which is basically the Pan-Asian restaurant here. Now, I have been able to go to Blue Dragon before and it's good. I'm looking forward to going back again. I did not film that experience. Again, this is when one of my friends was in town. JD has never been at all. So I think what we're gonna try to do, depending on what the seating situation is, we are going to try to sit in the bar area, just order a couple appetizers, show you what's up, get something to drink, and just chill out, dry off a little bit, and take in the ambiance of the restaurant, because Blue Dragon is so pretty on the inside. And I don't even know if actually pretty is the right adjective for it. It's a vibe on the inside. And like I said, the food is okay. I would say it's the same thing as Oak and Star. I'll probably give it about a 3, maybe even a 2. I think it just depends on what you get. And again, nothing was bad. It was just fine. So I'm looking forward to trying out a couple of different things. I don't know if I'm gonna get any tea, because the tea that I had gotten last time, y'all, it was really expensive and they don't give you refills on the specialty teas. So, and it's so hot, I don't even think I'm gonna do a hot tea. I need something iced, baby. We need to get hydrated. So I'll catch you over at Blue Dragon shortly, Heffas. Now Heffas, here is the menu. On one side you're going to have all the drinks, which they have alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. Now Heffas, because it's so hot, I'm actually going to skip the cocktails for right now. Maybe we'll have a cocktail in our future at one of the other restaurants, but I'm looking at these mocktails now. The Java Journeys in me wants to do the Thai boba. But y'all, I actually think what I'm gonna do, because milk teas tend to be so sweet, and again, because it's so hot, I'm like, I think I want something a bit more on the refreshing side. So I think I'm gonna try this Golden Dragon. Also the Kyoto Sunrise sounds really good. But I'm like, ooh, this Golden Dragon has like jalapeno and all sorts of good things, like that cream of coconut, the ground ginger. So I'm like, that may be what I go with, because that just sounds like something so different Now, the actual food side of the menu is a bit more comprehensive, which is nice. And again, in the spirit of just getting some small plates, I think we're going to aim to get like maybe one small plate, maybe an order dim sum, and maybe noodles. We'll see. My co-producer and I are gonna talk about it, but I wanted to give you a sense of the menu. And of course, you can always look on the app where you can see this a little bit more up close. Friends, we have figured it out. So we're going to do the smashed cucumbers. We're gonna try that. And then we're just gonna stick with the dim sum. We're gonna veto the noodles. We're gonna try the wontons in chili oil. And then we're also gonna go with the pork soup dumplings. So I am looking forward to trying that and getting that mocktail. I am going to stick with, friends, the Golden Dragon. So we'll see what that all looks like as it comes out. Here is Golden Dragon. And Heffas, as a reminder, this is going to have turmeric. It's going to have some cream coconut, smashed ginger. So I am looking forward to trying this out, and a little bit of that jalapeno. And then here is the Kyoto Sunrise. This also looks so beautiful, and I cannot wait to try these. Now, this drink is my co-producer's, and he is going to be very generous and let me have about half of it. Yes, I think so. Okay. Okay, maybe a sip. Not half, but a sip. All right, Heffas, cheers. Let's try the Kyoto Sunrise first. And just to give you an even more up close look, you have that boba at the bottom. All right. Oh, that's very refreshing. I didn't get any boba. Let me try to get a boba. Yeah, that's nice. Y'all, that lemon lime, it reminds me of like an elevated Sprite, not as sweet, with that popping boba. Now let's get into this Golden Dragon. Cheers again, Heffas. Y'all, that is delicious. You taste pineapple, you taste that coconut, the turmeric, and it has like that nice jalapeno. It is so interesting and so good. This is delicious.
It's good.
Yeah.
I'm not a big jalapeno fan, so
Yeah.
for me it's not.
Okay.
I get that back taste of
I was
it.
gonna say, you get it in the back end. I love jalapenos, so.
And every time I make it, I smell the jalapeno.
Oh, okay, you're like, ooh. Thank you for suffering on my behalf. Y'all, this is delicious. So the bartender was saying that he's not a big jalapeno fan. Y'all, if you're not, yes, absolutely avoid this. And it's not a spicy drink, but you just taste the jalapeno in the end. This is wonderful. Y'all, this is like, these are the kinds of moments that make me feel so good because it's trying something interesting and different. And who would have thought at a theme park you could have an upscale mocktail like this? Not I. Okay, I am looking forward to the food coming out. Now again, I've tried the fried chicken wings. I want to say the fried rice, and again, y'all, everything was okay. I was telling my co-producer the fried wings, very heavy, very, very, very crispy, like a little bit too bready to me. But yeah, everything was okay. So I'm looking forward to trying some new things. I think I may have had the wontons in chili oil, but I can't remember. So anyway, it'll be good to try a few of the other offerings that they have here at Blue Dragon. All right, Heffas, here is the smashed cucumber. And this just looks so refreshing and so delicious. So I cannot wait to get into this. And like our wontons in chili oil have arrived. So let me go ahead and show you that. And again, look how beautiful this looks. And we are going to bathe our wontons in this delicious looking chili oil, don't you worry. Listen, I'm like, yes ma'am, let's get the party started. No wonton will be left behind when it comes to the baptism by chili oil. All All right, friends, let's actually go ahead and get into this first because my co-producer is digging into those cucumbers. So you know we're gonna try that second. And I'm gonna try my best not to get any chili oil on Yoshi here, because chili oil is the biggest pain, y'all. First world problems, but the biggest pain to get out of clothes. If you know, you know. Well, here is that wonton. Look at how good she looks. All right, let's try this out. Y'all, it's not DTF, but the flavor's there. The wonton wrapper, it's thin. The flavor of the meat, juicy. For me, solid 3 out of 5 Heffas. Let's get into that cucumber. Let's see if I can grab a piece. Well, and that's what that looks like. A nice chunky cucumber. And I smell like some curry. Yes. No, that's delicious. Do you like this, JD, the smashed cucumbers? Because it has like that curry flavor.
The flavor is okay. I just don't like it. I wish the cucumbers were a little smaller.
So my co-producer was saying that he wished that the cucumbers were smaller. I love the size of the cucumbers because, y'all, it makes it easier to pick up with the chopsticks. And it has a nice curry flavor. This is solid, very refreshing. Again, for me, solid 3 out of 5. As our final food item here, we have our delicious soup dumplings. I cannot wait to try these out. All right, friends, so I don't have a spoon for my soup dumplings. We're gonna try it. Hopefully they're not gonna be too soupy, or really less soupy and more like too hot, temperature-wise. All right, let's see if these soup dumplings are gonna be giving what they are supposed to give. Y'all, that soup is hot, I can already tell. I'm just gonna bite, like tear into a little bit of it. The broth is good. I was like, ooh, before I just shove this in my mouth, I don't want to burn my tongue. There's something so comforting about a soup dumpling. Now, how does this compare to DTF? No comparison, baby. Or even Zen dumpling. But it's still a solid soup dumpling. The pork, you taste the ginger, it's juicy. The flavor of the soup is really good. I love the flavors going on, so I'm not mad at all. But in the dumpling fight, for me, y'all, I know there's some heated words because some people don't like DTF. DTF is still in dumpling. Those are my 2 favorite spots for soup dumplings. Okay. Once again. Once again. All right, Heffas. It is time for us to get our Java on. We are getting to late afternoon, and it's past time for us to get a coffee. Now, I was trying to let my camera charge up a little bit. Since we last left Blue Dragon, Heffas, we have just been living our best life in Super Mario Land, playing the mini games. So far today, I believe I've racked up a little over 17 stamps, which is good. Maybe even more, because I think sometimes it takes a minute for some of them to register. We played Mario Kart like back-to-back times because the single rider line was so short in terms of the wait. But y'all, like sometimes our bands were connecting and then sometimes they weren't. So I don't know if things are just gonna slowly roll in. But yeah, we're doing good. So we're gonna grab a coffee here at the Starbucks stand in Celestial Park. And then we're gonna head over to Dark Universe. Heffas, we have our shaken oat milk, brown sugar, espresso. Cheers. Here's to another great day at Epic Universe. And what I also love is that they'll have live performers. And as the song says, it's gonna be a lovely day, which it totally has been, y'all. Now it's been hot, okay? But we're hanging in there. I have to tell you all, after leaving Blue Dragon, your girl had the itis for about 2.2 seconds. But I am feeling much better right now, especially after getting a couple of rounds of Mario Kart in and getting some mini games out the way. And Monsters Unchained is down right now, so we're actually not going to hop on that at the moment. We're gonna walk over to the Wizarding World universe and just like hang out. I don't think we're going to do, y'all, the actual Harry Potter ride or the Battle at the Ministry of Magic, as it's more formally called. Only because we've done it. I think every time we've come here, we've done it. I don't really feel the need to do it, but y'all, the one place I wanna go to, I'm not super hungry at the moment, but there is a cafe. Well, it's not a cafe. It's like a gin bar restaurant. And, wait 1 second. Okay, my co-producer had to make a little pit stop over at the restroom. I was like, what are you pointing at? And I'm like, hold up. Let me make sure he's good. He's fine, y'all. So I'm gonna step over to the side. We're actually right outside the portal to Dark Universe. I'm gonna stand over here in the shade, y'all. So yeah, there is this restaurant over in the Wizarding World, and they have some really cool cocktails and drinks. And so I was telling my co-producer, I'm like, you know, I'm not super hungry. Y'all, it's hard. And I'm like, I really have not eaten as much as I want to in terms of like just trying different foods. So what have we done today, y'all? We did Blue Dragon, we did the barbecue restaurant. What else am I missing, y'all? There's something else we've done, right? This is our second drink today from Starbucks. I wanted to do more, y'all. It's just hard. It's like it's so easy to get full, and we've literally just been getting small bites throughout the day, y'all. So I'm determined. We do have reservations at Atlantic. I don't know if we're gonna make that or not. It's at 8:15. I really wanted to show you all some really nice nighttime shots of Epic Universe and even record the fountain show, because I've actually never been able to fully record it. So I would like to do that, y'all. So we're gonna have some hard choices to make, because it's going to be either we miss the Atlantic restaurant, do some of the nighttime things, and maybe just have like one more meal at one of the quick service restaurants, or we just like get something to eat entirely outside of Epic Universe. So TBD, but I hope you all have been enjoying the footage so far. Don't forget to like, subscribe, send your girls some hype points, y'all. It has been so awesome being here another day. Like literally, y'all, it's been such a long time since I've recorded Epic Universe footage, so it's been really good, and I just hope that you've been enjoying every bit of it, and especially our little meet and greet with Captain Cacao. And now, y'all, this is what happens when you start aging. You just forget, because I'm pretty sure we've eaten something else, right, y'all? Have we? I actually don't know. I'm like, because that's not enough, y'all. It's not enough to just do the two restaurants. So I'm hoping that we can get in like 1 or 2 more, even if we're just getting like one small thing. So TBD, keep rolling deep with me as we head over to the Wizarding World just to walk around, maybe mosey over to that restaurant because the name of it is escaping me. So I'll show you all what it looks like and maybe we'll get a drink or so. I mean, I have this coffee drink right now, so TBD. But we're here to hang out, y'all. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So let's enjoy the rest of our evening here at Epic. Heffa fam, the Wizarding World is straight ahead. And the restaurant is called Bar Moonshine. This is why I love having my co-producer with me because he is all-knowing. As soon as he walked back up, I was like, babe, what is the name of that place? He was like, yeah, Bar Moonshine, let's go get a drink. So we may head over there, grab ourselves a nice little cocktail, and then, y'all, I don't understand this. There is all this space here. I'm talking to you all, and like, just this horde of people just started walking right and like coming at me. And I'm like, y'all, let me show you all. There's all this space, all this space. I am literally over off the side. I can understand if I'm standing like in the middle, like obstructing the major walkway. I am literally over to the side and people are just like walking at me. And I'm like, woosah. Y'all, it's hard. It's so hard. It's so hard sometimes. I'm telling you. I don't understand. Like, I feel like sometimes just don't be that Heffa. You know what I mean? Like, pay attention. I try to pay attention to where I'm at, which is why I typically, when I'm recording, I'm talking to you all, I stand over off to the side where people can walk around me. I'm not in the way. But sometimes people are so aloof and like just not paying attention, or they just like don't care, quite frankly. Just don't be that Heffa, y'all. Don't be the Heffa at the theme park. It's hot, we're all tired, we're trying to have a good time. But don't you all hate that? Like, I found that a lot too when I lived in Seattle, because a lot of people come to see like the Space Needle and all that. And I love tourism. I mean, heck, I live in Orlando, right? This is like the tourism capital of the United States, I feel. But it is so hard sometimes because people just are like, either they don't mind your personal space, or they just like act like they own the walkway, and they'll like, in big throngs and big groups of people, all like take up the big, you know, space instead of like kind of getting behind each other by like a few at a time. Y'all know what I mean when I'm talking about that? Like, you know how like if people are walking in big groups, how they'll just kind of like all stand like in a large row instead of just like a few people standing behind each other. It's like, y'all can't take up the width of the sidewalk, y'all. You know what? It's all good. We're about to head into the Wizarding World. You know, Harry is like, Expelliarmus! Y'all, we're gonna leave the bad vibes behind us, okay? Because I'm like, we ain't got time for all that. Let's go ahead and transform and get up out of Celestial Park before some Heffas get cussed out. And y'all, welcome to the Wizarding World, which is so beautiful and feels like you are getting transported right back into 1930s, 1940s France. So gorgeous, y'all. And like, isn't the music everything? And let me show you all, I'm gonna turn around once I get in this shade so you can see the other side of the entryway. But isn't that stunning, y'all? They have a picture frame in the gift shop over here that's this exact entryway. And one of the things that I've thought about doing, I don't know when, and maybe this will be something I'll consider doing if I were to ever move out of Orlando. It's just kind of like a commemorative thing, but to get specialized picture frames that are from some of the different universe areas here at Epic, and even at some of the parks, and actually take pictures, you know, that are symbolic of what that frame is representing. I would love that, y'all. I'm so terrible about framing pictures. But we have Battle at the Ministry of Magic over on the left. We have the Le Cirque Arcanus show. We do have the candy shop here, which is awesome. And if you want to head over to Bar Moonshine, when you come out of pretty much the main entryway into the universe, you're just gonna hang a right and just go all the way around. And y'all, these are all shops. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done in the Wizarding World because there's really not a lot back here. There are, you know, a couple of eateries, but in terms of like rides and experiences, there's not a lot. They have some work to do, but still very beautiful. And my friends, here is Bar Moonshine. So I think we're gonna take a look at the menu and just see if we're gonna grab a cocktail before we head on to the next experience. And here's the outside of Bar Moonshine. We're gonna go ahead and head on in. Here's the menu. These are the non-alcoholic beverages on this side. And then Heffas, if you flip over, they have a very simple yet mighty list of cocktails.
So with every, the bowl of blue, what you're gonna wanna do is have a sip of this while it's still blue. Open up your pouch, drop it in, stir it up with your magic wand, and if you do the spell right, as you stir it, say alchemy, it'll change flavors and color.
Nice,
I would
thank
do that
you.
outside in the light, and it'll be a purple shimmering shine.
Awesome, thank you. And friends, there is a picture of the main cocktails that they have. But this is such a cute spot. And I thought that this was like a bar or restaurant, but y'all, this is like a place where you can just get an alcoholic drink, something non-alcoholic. So we're just waiting for that Fleur 75 to be ready. And then we're going to step outside, find a little table, and just chill for a moment. So this is quite lovely that they have this option. All right, Heppa fam, here is our Fleur 75. I cannot wait to get into this. And then here is our Beau de Bleu. And well, there's a whole performance that goes into this. You want me to take a sip? Okay. So we're gonna take a sip before we add the tea and whatever else, the magic to this cocktail. Ooh, that's nice. The base is like a blueberry base, hence the name of the drink. All right, y'all. The co-producer is going to work some magic over here. I don't know if I told you all, but he's been practicing, so he has his wand. He just put his wand in the drink. We're gonna check this out. Expelliarmus. See, y'all didn't know that I was magic and I could just make this drink turn from blue to purple. Y'all didn't know that. You see how I just like put that spell on you? That is so cool. Now, what do you think, co-producer? All right, y'all. We're gonna get into this witchy drink because this Heffa here has powers. We're gonna cheers to that. Y'all, this is lovely. And again, this is non-alcoholic fun. Something definitely for those of you all that have your little wizards out there. They would love this. This is delicious. Yeah, that's nice. Now, for the grown and sexy and the bougie adjacent, we have our Fleur 75. Cheers. Y'all, this is lovely. You taste the gin, you taste the elderflower. Definitely the sparkling wine. Those of you all that love your, I would say, champagne cocktails, although this does not have champagne in it, it's sparkling wine, but you get the spirit of it though, right? Kind of like a French 75, but Fleur 75. Both drinks I highly recommend. If you make your way over to Bar Moonshine, something else to note about the area is that if you have one of those interactive wands, There's a lot of little spells that you could do with your wand to make magical things happen. And y'all, I actually have not tried. I don't have a wand, so I have my power band. One of these days, my co-producer was saying, he's like, you know what, like if they ever do allow some sort of season pass here and we come with more frequency, it would be fun to maybe just either get one wand and we share it and we do the little spells, or we each get a wand and we just try out different things. So kind of like how we're here mostly to eat and to do the mini games at Super Nintendo World. It would be nice to just spend some time with my Harry Potter drip and come on out here and just do all the little interactive spells that essentially you can try. But literally, y'all, they have them all over the Wizarding World where you can just interact with certain storefronts and magical things will just happen. And so, y'all, we're gonna continue to keep enjoying the drinks and then we'll get on to the next leg of this adventure. And by the way, my co-producer confirmed, y'all, we've literally, in terms of food, we've just gone to the 2 restaurants. So we can do better. I know, y'all, I know. It is so hard. You would think with all the walking and activity, you burn more calories that make you more hungry, but like, y'all, the food is heavy, as you've seen. And once you start eating dumplings and barbecue and all that, you just feel full. So I'm hoping that maybe we can get in one more something, but more than likely, the next meal we have will probably be dinner. So TBD if that's gonna be Atlantic, or if we're actually going to ditch the Atlantic and maybe do one of the other quick service restaurants so we can enjoy more of the nighttime festivities here at Epic. TBD. Heffas fam, we are heading into the dark universe. So Monsters Unchained is back open. So we've left the Wizarding World. It was quite fun having our little cocktail experience at Bar Moonshine. Now we're gonna go to the dark side, and head over to Monsters Unchained now that that is back open and running. And y'all, I love Dark Universe. You know, I love all things spooky. I would love it. Again, this is another one that needs some work. It's a lot of fun. They have some good, Das Steakhouse is delicious. They have some great gift shops here. The rides that are here are good, but they could be now, Monsters Unchained, excellent. It is my favorite ride here at Epic, but I wish there were more excellent rides back here and that Dark Universe was more expansive, because really, you have Monsters Unchained, you have the Curse of the Werewolf, and that's it. You have Das Steakhouse, you have some gift shops, you also have the Burning Blade Tavern, which is really good. But y'all, there needs to be more back here. from my little POV. But we're gonna enjoy what we do have because what is here is quite awesome. So let's go ahead and get on Monsters Unchained. Now, I think we may do single rider just because that may be a little bit quicker. Right now it's about a 20-minute wait, no, 30-minute wait. So, y'all, I think we're just gonna go ahead and do the single rider experience just to, you know, shave off a little bit of time. All right, y'all, we actually switched lines because I was going through the regular standby queue. Reading is fundamental. All right, so we're in the right line. We're gonna go ahead and do single rider. Now, I still have my coffee, so I'm just gonna put that in the locker along, of course, with my backpack. Friends, Dark Universe, that is my favorite ride. Or excuse me, Monsters Unchained in Dark Universe is my favorite ride. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and get my purple Yoshi shirt. Let's check out this gift shop, y'all. This is the one that's right outside of the Super Nintendo universe. I think they have it here. So we're going to see. And while I'm trying to find this, we'll also check out some other merch. Oh, y'all, I like this Super Mario crew neck. Y'all, it's so hot. Although, like, crew necks, oh, look at this with the 3 Yoshis, y'all. That's so adorable. Okay, y'all, I may be getting this one because I do not have a Yoshi headband, and this is just, like, too cute. I can't with this. So, okay, I may be getting that. Now, y'all, the headbands are gonna run you $30 plus tax. I do have a pass holder discount, so I think I'm gonna grab one of these alongside the Yoshi shirt. I'm gonna grab one of the ones from the back, because you all know how I feel about grabbing the first thing toward the front. And the last time we were here, my sister nabbed one of the pink Yoshis. Oh, y'all, okay, here we go. See? Here are the Yoshi shirts and all the Yoshi merch. Y'all, I can't. Yoshi is like my favorite. Drop down in the comments, those of you all that are Super Mario fans, tell me, like, what is your favorite Super Mario character in the Super Mario universe? It could be anyone. Or let's just say more appropriately in the Super Nintendo universe. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pick up the purple shirt. I have the blue one, which is what I'm wearing today. And for those of you all who are interested and maybe you're going out to Universal, whether that's Universal Hollywood or if you're coming out here to Epic Universe, here are the different colors. And then they also have the little plushies. Oh, so adorable. And to give you all a little bit of an overall general view of this particular merch store that's right outside Super Nintendo Universe, here you go. And y'all, the Mario merchandise you could just get everywhere and anywhere. Even if you go to Universal Studios City Walk, they have a whole Super Nintendo merch store, so you do not have to come to Epic Universe exclusively to get some of this. All right, they're not gonna have as much at the City Walk location, but they will have some of this. All right, Heffas, here we go. Let's head on in. Welcome back to Super Nintendo Land. Round 3. Y'all, we've just been going back and forth with this one. The sun is setting, and I think the evening is when this universe truly shines. All right, Heffas, we're going to head back. We're going to do single rider for this one again. Now, the co-producer and I have had some good luck. We've been actually actually able to ride together on single rider back-to-back times. So we'll see if the third time's the charm. But for those of you all, maybe this is your first video with me, welcome to Mario Kart. If you're interested in seeing more of what this queue looks like, look at some of my former videos, because the single rider line, you pretty much skip all the fun queue things that there are to see.
Welcome racers.
Listen, our boy Bowser's at the top. And he told me as I was coming up here that you Heffas need to make sure you are liking, subscribing, and sending your girl some hype points. Listen, he said that, not me. And again, single rider, much more expedited on Mario Kart. Sometimes it's worth the gamble, sometimes it isn't. But y'all, there's literally no one, at least right here in the immediate queue. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our little hats and head on downstairs to load up. All right, y'all, we're loading up and I'll catch you all after we get off the ride. Y'all, when I'm telling you the workout be real, so the co-producer and I just finished playing this mini game, and I'll show you all other people playing it, but it's like basically this alarm clock, and you have to stop the clock, and it's just JD and I running around, stopping these clocks when they're on red. We played this game back to back, we won it, and the whole point is you want to hit all the alarms before the piranha plant wakes up. Oh my gosh, y'all, when I tell you this is a workout, and it was just JD and I doing this, y'all, we crushed it. Twice we crushed it. This morning, it was bad because you really couldn't see. It was so bright out here that now that it is getting closer to the evening, the sun is setting, it's so much easier to see the red flashes on the clocks. And if you happen to come over here to play this mini game, what I would strongly suggest is don't just like slap the top of the clock. What you have to do is push down. So push down in the center, and that will trigger the clock to turn white, which is like what you see here. So you have to wait for it to turn white, but the thing is that it'll turn white, and then it'll turn red, and it'll start flashing again. So y'all, it was a lot. That was a cardio workout because it was the two of us, y'all. There was this other pair that went before us, and they had to get help from the team member to get the clocks finished, y'all. My co-producer and I, we didn't need no assistance, okay? We required no help. We got the damn thing done, all right? And not to mention, we've done like a couple of rides on Mario Kart, y'all. So I am feeling good in terms of the number of stamps I've been able to collect today. My only gripe would be is that on some of the carts on the Mario Kart ride, your band may not have activated because the center console is not actually flashing. That's a little annoying. Sometimes it picks up, sometimes it doesn't, but overall, y'all, I've had a great time just really working on getting more of my stamps here at Mario Kart. Y'all, I feel like I am losing my voice. But this is exactly what I wanted the day to be. I was like, I just want some good food. I want some good drinks. I want to collect more stamps. Y'all, I think in total today alone, because we've been able to spend a lot more time here in Super Nintendo Land, I was able to collect over 20 stamps today. So I will take that as a win. And I am steady working toward getting to a place where I have all the stamps checked out. But y'all, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a road ahead. I don't know if you can see this mini game, y'all, that's directly across. It's kind of like one of those like slot machine games where basically you have to hit the same character, the same feature. Y'all, I'm gonna walk over and show you really quick. This one is going to actually be really difficult because it requires you to get the same characters in all shapes. So y'all, this was a mini game we played today. This one's a fun one, but literally y'all, you have to get the same picture 4 times in a row. Yeah, so this one is a little bit, that one is going to be cumbersome because basically they have a stamp for all of the different pictures. The leaf, the star, the mushroom, and the flower. That one's gonna take me a minute to work through. But beyond that, there's still a whole host of other stamps. And y'all, I haven't even been to the Super Nintendo Land at Universal Studios Hollywood. That's a whole nother crop. So, yeah, I am really excited. We have about another hour left before the park closes. Y'all, we're not gonna be able to get to Atlantic because I really wanna make sure that I show you all what the evening water show looks like. I am willing to sacrifice my dinner at Atlantic for you Heffas. You're like, we didn't tell you to do that. This is a choice. Y'all, it is, because I just want to give you a full experience of what the evening is like here at Epic Universe. So now that I have my Yoshi shirt, I played everything that I wanted to play here more times over. I think now what I'm going to do is go grab those Miffy items that I wanted to select and pick out that I showed you all this morning. We'll see what they have left. And then, y'all, I don't know. I'm gonna ask my co-producer what he would like to do because again, we have a cool hour to kill. So at the end of the night, I'll show you all the water show. I know he is going to get on Stardust Racers and do an evening ride. Maybe we'll do one more turn at the carousel because this carousel is gorgeous at night. Or if anything, get that footage. But y'all, we're just gonna continue to enjoy the evening. So I am going to, I'll let you all know, y'all, when I'm able to get at Starbucks, depending on what they have left by the end of the day, essentially. And yeah, we'll see how we'll close this out. Success Heffas. So I was able to get the mugs that I showed you all earlier this morning. So I got one for my sister, one for myself. I got the Miffy plushie, and then I also got the plastic tumbler, not the stainless steel one, but the other one with the little Miffy on the straw. So I'm happy about that, especially y'all, when I walked back in there, they still had a few plushies left. They still had quite a few tumblers left, but the mugs, they only had 3 of those, so I took 2, there's 1 more left. And I'm sure they probably have some that they restocked, but you know, this is a limited time collection, so I am so excited. I love Miffy, and it's hilarious because the barista was like, so are you a big fan of Miffy? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, girl, my sister and I love Miffy, and I'm bringing her something home too, so that's what's up. So yeah, y'all, I'm excited. So I got what I needed there, and not to mention the plus side, because I'm a pass holder here, I was able to get a discount, y'all, on what my little Miffy merchandise from Starbucks. So what's hilarious is I was telling my sister when she sent me a picture of the Miffy collection, like, oh, Starbucks gonna have this. I'm like, oh, I'm sure that's gonna sell out pretty quickly because it's cute. And I'm like, I'm not even gonna worry about it because y'all, I will tell you this right now, I do not kill myself when Starbucks does these special collabs. I'm like, if I happen to be at Starbucks and they have it, great. If they don't have it, well, that's just unfortunate, but I'm not going to be like, no hate, no shade to those of you all who don't mind getting up at the crack of dawn and standing in long lines like how people were for that like Starbucks bear. I was like, absolutely not. That's not my ministry over here, but that's no hate to those of you all that love that. When I was younger, y'all, I used to be in the thick when it came to like Black Friday and standing in long lines first thing in the morning, super late at night. It used to be a sport for me. So trust me, I have been there in my life. I'm just at a point right now where I'm not interested. Like, I'm not interested in revisiting that. That was a fun phase. And I wasn't throwing bows. Let me just like also call that out. Like, I was one of those people that was staying in line. And again, if I could get the item, great. If not, then I'm like, well, that sucked and we're moving on. But we're not about to throw bows, get into fights over objects and material things, okay? That ain't it for me. And that shouldn't be it for you all. Do not be that person to let material goods like totally consume you. And that's why I'm like, I'm gonna wait till midnight because all this Miffy stuff, y'all, has totally taken up my backpack. But I have literally gotten all the merch I wanted. And when I reflect on the day, I'm like, I did absolutely everything I wanted to do. And I am so grateful I am so grateful. And now I'm here ending my day with you all. It's like I got a chance to get my Miffy collection. We got our Java on. We got a chance to see Captain Cacao. We tried a couple of restaurants. I was able to spend a lot of my time at Super Nintendo Land. Honey, I racked up the stamps today. I racked it up. At first, it was looking a little questionable this morning, but I'm so thrilled. Got a chance to ride Minecart Madness, which is one of my favorites, as well as Monsters Unchained. Y'all, I have done everything that I want to, and we tried something new by getting on Fire Drill. And it was the perfect time of the day because, y'all, my clothes, everything is completely dry. So I have had an amazing visit here at Epic Universe, and I'm like, how fitting is this? Especially on the 1-year anniversary of Epic. Happy anniversary to Epic Universe and the staff that worked so hard. Y'all, I know like you probably hear a lot about the operations, and even I have had some qualms with the operations, and there's still some room for improvement here. But I will say that beyond my very, very, very first visit, and the staff here made it right, I have had nothing but a good time since then. So, as I've said before, and I will continue to say this again, if you come to Epic and it's not the visit that you hope because maybe rides are going down and things like that, talk to the team members. Don't act a fool, don't act ugly, don't be crass. Tell them your concerns and give them an opportunity to fix it. And I hope, I have faith that they will make it right. So here's to many more years to come with Epic Universe, and that the operational issues that I know are still linked and tied will continue to just get better over time. All right, I have faith that it will, because you'll have Heffas like me that will continue to come out here and spend coin. Okay, I will keep Epic Universe in business, don't you worry. So y'all, let's look and take a quick little jaunt around the park. Now that we're here in the evening, it is just gorgeous. And like I said, my co-producer right now, he's on Stardust Racers. He's wrapping up his evening time right there. But is this not just absolutely gorgeous? So beautiful, such a sight. And I love this like twilight time because it's not so dark. You still have a little bit of light so you can still see a lot of the details. Y'all, I feel so humbled. I feel myself getting emotional. Like, Epic Universe is gorgeous at night, and I just feel so humbled to be able to have this experience with you all. And I will say that Epic Universe, we talk a lot about mental health on my channel. Well, I'll talk about that on my walk and talks. But I think it's so important to do the activities, find things that bring you joy in life, right? Don't let anyone take your joy from you. And as much as I'm saying that, I'm saying that for myself, because when I tell you all, I have been going through it the past few weeks. So I'm gonna try to get myself together, but to be able to come out here and just have a beautiful evening, hang out with you all, I feel so blessed. I feel so lucky. I know how expensive it is to do things like this, but I am just like so happy, y'all, to be out here with you. And I hope that I can continue to grow as a content creator, and I'm so grateful for all of your support. I am so sorry, y'all. I'm like an emotional wreck. It's so beautiful out here at night, and I'm just like, I feel it's like such peace, which is why I like coming out here. I love spending my time at Epic when I'm able to. I can't go, like, they don't have season pass option yet. Please, Universal, give us a season pass option soon, please. But it is just so nice to be able to come out here and it just be an easy breezy, beautiful evening. And I already know my sister's gonna be like, not you over here crying. Y'all, I've collected myself. When I tell you, I literally mentally have been going through it, because as a lot of you all know, this is not my full-time job, being a content creator. Those of you all who are still sticking in, hanging into this video toward the end of the evening, this is not my full-time job. I wish it was, and I'm gonna put it out there into the atmosphere that one day it will be, because I love filming, I love having unique experiences. But y'all, it has just been, I think with work, there's just been a lot of stress, a lot of different things that have come up in my life personally. So for me, when I tell you this has been, I think like the most at peace that I have felt in a minute, even with the London trip, y'all, I had some drama. It's okay, I still managed to have a good time. It's all good in the hood. A video for another day. But like, I truly feel like today has been, even though it's like you've been walking around and you should feel tired and like, listen, I'm ready to get that hot shower and get to bed here in the next few hours. But this is just the most excitement and fun that I've had since my friends honestly have been in town. It was such a joy to be able to bring them out and see them get excited about Epic. And it's not even just Epic in itself. Again, it's about finding the things that bring you joy. And this is, for all the crap that I give about living in Florida, I will say one of the things that I do love about living in Central Florida is that you have access to things like this. So for me, I love to be able to go to the parks, especially when I've had a hard day of work, and just like forget about all of that and get lost in the fantasy. So again, I appreciate your support through all this. And even when I find myself getting emotional, but y'all, you cannot deny, whether this sparks anything for you, that this is not absolutely stunning out here. This is just gorgeous. We're gonna continue with our nighttime walk, because I know my co-producers like, where the heck is this girl? Because literally Stardust Racers, y'all, was a walk on. And so I'm like, okay, let me go run over to the Starbucks before they close. Let me get my little Miffy collection, because we're about 20 minutes away from close. So I was like, let me go ahead and run over there. And y'all, we're gonna close this out by looking at the fountain show. And though I was not able to end this with like a really nice dinner, y'all, you know, it's Java and Journeys. Keep hanging with your girl. We have so many experiences. We have many meals, many cocktails, many coffees and teas in our future. Now, while I'm making my way back over to Stardust Racers, I'll continue to show you all a little bit of what everything looks like, especially the portals at night. So here is the Isle of Burke that we're passing by. Again, stunning, gorgeous. I cannot wait, like really and truly, to see what Epic Universe has in its future as they continue to perfect operations and expand. Because y'all, if they can really get this right, this will be the premier, to me, park. I don't think it's the premier park yet, but it has that capability to be. This to me is like a flagship theme park. Like for me, it's hard to go from this, or even Disney. I love Disney. The Imagineers are fantastic. To then doing something that's like the complete opposite of all this detailing. But y'all, look at Stardust Racers. Look at how gorgeous it is. And I'm curious if any of the coasters, you have to see this, y'all, because it's so beautiful. Let's see if any of the coasters are going to be coming through, because it's all lit up. So I'm just going to stay here for a moment. I haven't gotten a text from my co-producer yet, so I'm guessing that he's probably getting a couple of nighttime rides in, because he absolutely loves this coaster. Gorgeous, y'all. Absolutely gorgeous. One day, not today, I don't know if it will even be this year, but one day, Heffas, I'll get on this. I feel the same way about Velocicoaster. My sister's like, how? Velocicoaster is not that bad, it's so smooth and da-da-da. And I believe the people when they're telling me it's smooth and it's a good ride. I just can't get myself to do it. I just can't. My motion sickness gets the best of me, and I just don't want to feel nauseous. Because sometimes it doesn't matter what supplements or things I take, I still will just get really bad motion sickness, and I'm like, I don't want to run the risk of that impacting my visit at any of the parks. But here's another view of Stardust Racers. And I'll see if my co-producer is waiting for me over toward the entrance. And here is, actually never really noticed the entrance at night. It's all so simple yet beautiful. All right, let's see if he is over here. So we can go ahead and get a good seat for this fountain ride. All right, y'all, co-producer in tow. We're gonna get one last refill from the freestyle machine, and then we're gonna go ahead and find a seat for the fountain show, which is gonna start here in the next 15 minutes. And then here is the portal to the Wizarding World. And the freestyle machines are right around the corner. All right, Heffa fam, showing you more of the view. So this is the seating area. And again, it goes all the way around. So there's plenty of places to sit. And if you want that, you know, prime spot, just make sure you get here a little early-ish. This is not like the Disney Magic Kingdom fireworks. You don't have to really get here like an hour before. I would say maybe like a half hour before if there's like a certain area that you want to sit. And then of course here's Helios, which one day, y'all, I would not mind if, you know, I got the hookup from Universal doing a review of Helios. And then here's the Blue Dragon where we ate at earlier. And what's really cool, and you all will see this, that when the show starts, like everything is tuned in terms of the lighting to the songs. So it's awesome. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can find a seat. All right, y'all, I think this is a great viewing spot. What about you? All right, Heffas, we have, again, less than 10 minutes for the show starts. I hope you enjoy as we close out this evening here at Epic Universe.
Attention travelers, our show will begin momentarily. We ask that you please keep all aisleways and stairs clear during the celebration. Thank you. Greetings, travelers. The time has come for the chronos to align. Across the cosmos, the energy of every portal will soon ignite, channeling the power of the stars as Celestial Park bids you goodnight. using your wizarding magic, raced through realms of power-up and play, stood face to face with monsters and darkness, and soared beyond the clouds with dragons. Now, Celestial Park invites you to a final celebration of these epic worlds. reservations live on in the stars above and within you. Until the next epic journey calls you back, farewell and good night.
I hope you all enjoyed that. I was trying my best not to laugh so hard. Y'all, you will get wet. Note to self, another tip to share with you. If you choose to sit in like that inner ring for this show, just know you may get wet. Y'all, my face was drenched. I literally had some tissues and I was just like patting myself down after the show. I did not expect to get not quite as wet as Fire Drill, but it was getting close to it. Like moments where it's just like the water is not like blasting you in the face, but you feel the water, y'all. And there were other people who were like laughing too, because I don't think any of us expected that we're gonna get wet, but it feels nice. It's not chilly out here, it's quite warm. I will be dry here soon enough. But still such a beautiful way of ending the show. And I'm thankful that I have this footage because, Heffas, the next time I'm out here in the evening, I will have my dinner at Atlantic if I'm not able to get those reservations. So if you do ever want to go to Atlantic, the past couple times I've been here, you should be able to get a reservation the day of, and they're very generous, at least as of the filming of this, because maybe they'll change the policy. But if you need to cancel, especially like as it gets closer to time your reservation, they don't charge you or bill you yet. Always pay attention to that. But the reservations that tend to go fast are the ones that are around like that coveted dinner time hour, like I would say between like 5:30 to 7. Those reservations go quickly. And you can see why, because a lot of people want to have their dinner and then make it out here to see the fountain show or get their last rides in and just enjoy the park before it officially closes. So that's just something to keep in mind in case you are planning a trip to come out here to Epic anytime soon. Most of the restaurants are actually fairly easy. I mean, take a look, especially if there's a restaurant that you're like, this, I have to do it. Go ahead and book that reservation. But because it's a theme park, people will book it, they'll cancel because maybe they're still in a queue for something or whatever. Always just check back. But now that I have my evening time footage, I can say that I fully have seen the fountain show at night. I feel okay and at peace with the fact that if we're ever back here and the only reservation we could get is like 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:30, I'm at peace with missing the show. Though I always love to see it because it's beautiful. All right, Heffa fam, we are heading on out back toward the entrance where we started our day. Have you liked, have you subscribed? Y'all, keep supporting your girl because she will continue to bring you adventures like this. And let me know your thoughts. Something that my co-producer has put as some food for thought for me. And I'm just waiting to see how I grow before I do this, but this is one of those like on the horizon things. I know that there are some of you all who like my content. Maybe it's for my personality and I appreciate that. But there may be other of you who like my content because you like the theme park aspect of what I do. And some of you all may like my travel. Some of you all may like the restaurants and the food and the coffee shops. So at some point, y'all, I will expand the Java and Journeys network to different channels to cater to those of you all that maybe like specific pieces of my content. So that way, it just gives you another outlet. For now, I'm keeping it simple. Everything is under my handle at Java and Journeys 24. Whether you would like to follow me for my live streams on Twitch, but primarily YouTube. I also have an Instagram. My Instagram is on the struggle bus right now. It's hard for me to keep up with that. But y'all, that's like one of those on the horizon things. So let me know what you think, those of you all that love my content. Would you like to see something like that, like me branch it off like that? Would you still follow me? Especially if you are someone that prefers one or the other. Now, if you're watching this, maybe you are my theme park fam, and that's what you love to see. You don't really care about anything else, and that's all right. I'm really curious because it's just good to know. Future Jillian here. Okay. Y'all, I said my goodbyes, but I'm going to pop this in before the exit of the video or the closing, Y'all look, they have coffee. Come on, Captain Cacao, hooking us up. And y'all, they also have not only light roast variations, but dark roast. And the coffee beans smell so good. So you already know I'm going to be getting into some of this Nicaraguan coffee, y'all. So I'm gonna grab one from the back. It's whole beans, y'all. Elphaba, my coffee machine, will be pleased. So we're gonna grab this, and I am on this for the new small Captain Cacao plushie, as well as the little bag. I just want to see what that looks like. So we're still looking out for that. I'll show you all what that looks like when I find it. And in the spirit and goodness of Captain Cacao, who's delivering us only the best chocolate, y'all, I'm going to get a pack of this peanut butter and toffee almond crunch milk chocolate truffle chip. So we'll try that. And to all my vegan Heffas out there, Captain Cacao got you too. So you all can pick an assortment of vegan dark chocolates available here. And y'all, here's the bigger plush, which is so adorable and cute. I was hoping for a smaller one, but this is one that I will think about because they've had this one for a while here at Epic. I don't see the smaller one though, y'all, or the new bag. So we're just going to continue to look for that. And it's all good in the hood. That's less money that I need to spend right now. All right, let's see, y'all. And this is pretty much the Captain Cacao. And they also have some like Harry Potter chocolates over here on this side of the larger gift shop here at Epic. All right, friends, so I ended up just going with the chocolate and the coffee because they don't have a smaller plush. So hopefully they'll get one. I'm sure they will, like later in the year. And I also didn't see the bag because I told my co-producer, I'm like, you sent me, there was some article about them having this, but I didn't see it, y'all. So y'all, no muss, no fuss. I am so thrilled that we have some fresh coffee beans, y'all, from Epic Dark Roast. I cannot wait to try these out. Heading back into the video. With that being said, y'all, thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. I am going to go ahead, make my exit. I think I'm going to make one more stop to the gift shop because I want to see the Captain Cacao plushie. Are you okay? All right, my co-producer stepped on me, y'all. All right, I want to see the Captain Cacao plushie. And I think they have a little bag too, so I just want to check that out. I don't know that I'm going to get anything, but I'm curious to check it out. So I'm going to do that. And again, one more view of Atlantic as we exit out. Oh, Atlantic, girl. We could have had it all. And we will on the next visit. All right, y'all. I hope you have a good evening. For those of y'all that are in the US, of course, this is going to be coming out well past Memorial Day holiday. But I hope you have a good extended weekend. I hope you stay safe out there. Try to stay dry or cool, depending on where you're at in the US or other parts of the world. And I will catch you, Heffas, on the next journey. Stay caffeinated. Bye.